Want to add modern LED brightness and reliability to your vintage car with minimal guesswork? Holley's RetroBright LED headlights are the ticket. Holley's RetroBright LED headlights come with everything you need to convert from older sealed beam lights to LEDs, including an adapter harness, loose terminals, and detailed instructions. To convert a 1986 Saleen Mustang to Holley's RetroBright LED headlights, we chose four 4x6-inch 3000 Kelvin lights. We started the installation process by removing this Saleen Mustang's headlight covers. Then we removed the 4 screws and the headlight bezels. With the bezel removed, we unplugged the factory harness from the high beam side and removed the bulb. Then we removed the low beam bulb as well. Even though we had a wiring diagram for our Mustang, we used a multimeter to verify the positions and polarity of the high and low beam wires, just in case. There are 2 ways to wire up the Holley RetroBright LED headlights. One method uses the included adapter harness. Using the included instructions, we assembled the adapter harness with the terminals in the correct positions to match our Mustang's OEM harness. The adapter harness then plugs into the factory harness without any modifications. Another option is to disassemble and repin the factory connector to match the Holley RetroBright plug. While this solution uses less wiring, be mindful that the factory wiring will be altered and it won't work with a standard replacement halogen bulb anymore. After repinning the factory harness, the Holley RetroBright harness plugged right in. The Holley RetroBright housing fit the factory bucket and bezel just like the standard headlight. We also had 2 wiring choices for the high beam side. If we removed the low beam terminal from the Holley RetroBright headlight, it plugs directly into the factory harness. However, we chose to use the adapter harness on the high beam side rather than permanently alter the Holley RetroBright plug to fit the OEM connector. We used a small flat blade screwdriver to remove the blue low beam wire from the adapter harness and then assembled the terminals into the included harness connector. The adapter harness then plugged into the factory harness, and we installed the Holley RetroBright bulb using the factory bezel and hardware. We tested everything, and it all checked out. Before repeating the installation steps for the driver's side, we did a little lighting comparison. Compared to the factory-style halogen bulb on the left, the Holley RetroBright lights are brighter and the beam spread is wider and more even. 79 to 86 Mustangs have a graphic warning module that alerts drivers of malfunctioning lights. It compares the voltage in each light circuit to the supply voltage, and if the voltage is too high, it assumes a light is burned out. Since our Holley RetroBright headlights drew less current than the factory bulbs, the voltage in the headlight circuit was high enough to trigger the warning light. Rather than deal with an annoying false warning light, we located and removed the voltage sensing wire from the connector behind the graphic warning module. Our 1986 Mustang used a brown wire with a blue stripe. We taped off the loose wire and labeled it for future reference. Not only do the Holley RetroBright headlights give a crisp, clean appearance to this 4-eyed Fox Mustang, the high beams flash on and off more quickly for better flash-to-pass performance. Nice! The Holley RetroBright LED headlights are significantly brighter than the OEM halogen bulbs, but draw less current. Perfect to keep this Mustang's vintage electrical system happy for years to come.